Hello and magandang tanghali, YouTube. So for today, our discussion will be on surgical technique. So this will be our case discussion episode 9. Let's go. We have a scheduled procedure today. It's a case of a 47-year-old female diagnosed with chronic calculus cholecystectomy. The scheduled procedure today is open cholecystectomy with intraoperative cholangiogram. The indication for the intraoperative cholangiogram is a slightly elevated direct bilirubin. Personally, for cases with calculus cholecystectomy, I always request for a complete workup of the liver function, and that includes liver enzymes and bilirubin levels. I always look for elevated results, maski slight elevation lang. Like in our case, the direct bilirubin level is less than twice elevated. I still consider it as abnormal. We already had an experience of several cases before. Cases of calculus cholecystectomy, negative history of jaundice. The ultrasound CBD size is less than 6 mm, but with a slightly elevated direct bilirubin level. Those cases turned out to be positive for common bile duct stones. Even if the history of the patient is negative for jaundice, I always request for a complete liver function test workup because of that experience. Just imagine, after cholecystectomy, may missed common bile duct stone pala. That will be a problem. So for this case, we're doing open cholecystectomy and we proposed to do intraoperative cholangiogram just to clear the biliary tree. So what is intraoperative cholangiogram, or IOC? IOC is an imaging procedure during gallbladder surgery or cholecystectomy, wherein you inject a water-soluble contrast into the common bile duct. So you would see the common bile duct or biliary tree on X-ray. So that's IOC. Indications for IOC are: 1. It's for identification of the anatomy of the biliary tree. For example, you're doing cholecystectomy and the gallbladder is very inflamed, making the dissection difficult. So to prevent bile duct injury, you can do IOC to check the anatomy of the gallbladder and the biliary tree. It's like a roadmap that will help you guide your dissection during the operation. So, identification of the anatomy. 2. When the patient is presenting with obstructive jaundice and you're thinking of common bile duct stones, so IOC is another way of checking presence of stones in the biliary tree. When you inject a water-soluble contrast into the biliary tree, it's color white on X-ray, and you will be able to see the anatomy of the bile ducts. And when there is stone, it will present as a filling defect in the biliary tree. It's also the same when you do IOC in cases of resolved gallstone pancreatitis. Usually, gallstone pancreatitis are caused by common bile duct stones, and most of the time, these stones spontaneously pass through the ampulla. Then after passing through the ampulla, the pancreatitis will resolve. That's why the recommendation for such cases is to do cholecystectomy with IOC. Sometimes you can request for MRCP just to clear the biliary tree and do cholecystectomy. But another way of managing the case is doing open cholecystectomy or laparoscopic cholecystectomy with IOC. So those are the indications for intraoperative cholangiogram. So how do you do intraoperative cholangiogram? How do you inject the contrast media into the bile ducts? So usually during cholecystectomy, before you remove the gallbladder, you create a small opening in the cystic duct and you insert a feeding tube. Usually the size of the feeding tube is French 8 or French 5, depending on the size of the cystic duct. So after inserting the tube, you ligate the cystic duct and anchor the tube para hindi siya mahugot. Now, before injecting the water-soluble contrast, you first check for presence of bubbles. You try your best to remove the bubbles within the tube or within the biliary tree by NSS flushing or by aspiration. Then once you are sure na wala ng bubbles, then you inject the water-soluble contrast and get an X-ray image of the biliary tree. Usually you do it using a C-arm X-ray or a portable X-ray, whichever is available in the hospital. Sometimes it's difficult to insert the feeding tube through the cystic duct. If you remember, the cystic duct has valves inside, making the insertion of the tube a little bit difficult. I remember Dr. Shozon, he told me, instead of inserting the tube through the cystic duct, you insert it sa gallbladder neck or infundibulum, which is easier. For a time, that's the technique I've been using whenever I do IOC. Now, I noticed sometimes, even if it's easier to place the tube in the gallbladder neck, sometimes I find it difficult to ligate that area and anchor the tube para hindi siya mahugot. It's frustrating if that happens during IOC while injecting the contrast medium. Biglang mahuhugot yung tube. So, instead of using a feeding tube, we thought of using a Foley catheter instead. For open cholecystectomy, we use a French 8 Foley catheter. For laparoscopic procedure, we use the French 10, which is a little bit stiffer than the French 8. So what's the difference? So after dissecting the gallbladder neck and infundibulum away from the cystic plate, we ligate the gallbladder at the level of the infundibulum. In a way, we're creating a small space in the gallbladder neck. We then create a small incision and insert the Foley catheter through that incision and inflate the Foley catheter balloon. By doing that, the Foley catheter is now fixed in the gallbladder neck. You don't have to ligate it, you don't have to anchor it with sutures anymore. So it's easier to do that, comparing it if you're using a feeding tube that you need to ligate and you need to anchor. So using the Foley catheter and inflating the Foley catheter balloon, it's much easier. And you'll notice talagang fixed ang tube. Hindi basta-basta madi-displace yon, hindi basta-basta mahuhugot yon. The remaining steps of the IOC procedure is the same. So after placing the Foley catheter, we make sure na there are no bubbles present by NSS flushing and aspiration. Then we proceed with doing the cholangiogram. So for me, I find it easier to use the Foley catheter whenever I do IOC. Once you insert the Foley catheter and inflate the balloon to its appropriate size, the tube itself is secured, and you'll notice there's no leak, making the imaging procedure easier and faster. So that's the plan for today. We'll do open cholecystectomy and intraoperative cholangiogram, and later I will share the images or video of how we use the Foley catheter for the IOC procedure. So see you later. Hello again. Medyo ginabi na tayo. It's already 6 p.m. We did the procedure kanina and I just finished the clinic. Kaya tayo ginabi. So let's continue with our case discussion. So just a recap. We have a case of a 47-year-old female diagnosed with chronic calculus cholecystitis. The proposed procedure was open cholecystectomy with intraoperative cholangiogram. And the indication for the intraoperative cholangiogram is a slightly elevated direct bilirubin. We're thinking the case might be positive for choledocholitis causing the obstruction. So let me share a video of what we did intraoperatively. Usually, we use a French 8 Foley catheter for open cholecystectomy. We always check the balloon of the Foley catheter if it's functioning or not before using it. Now, you can see here the gallbladder is already ligated and a small opening was already created, just enough for a French 8 Foley catheter to be inserted. So we inserted the catheter through that opening and we inflated the balloon, and you can see here the Foley catheter is now fixed in the infundibulum area of the gallbladder, and you don't need to place ligating sutures or anchoring sutures just to fix that Foley catheter, unlike if we use a feeding tube. Once we're sure that the tube and the bile ducts are clear of bubbles or air, then we proceed with the cholangiogram. Guess what? The intraoperative cholangiogram turned out to be positive for choledocholitis. Showing the intraoperative cholangiogram plates or images, you can see here an oval or round filling defect located at the distal common bile duct, which means it's positive for common bile duct stones. So for this case, since our intraoperative cholangiogram is positive, we proceeded with common bile duct exploration using choledocoscope with stone extraction. So just imagine if we did not request for the bilirubin levels prior to surgery, patient will just undergo cholecystectomy without doing intraoperative cholangiogram. It would be a case of a misdiagnosed common bile duct stones. Now going back to the technique, we just shared to you how we use a Foley catheter in doing our intraoperative cholangiogram. It makes the procedure easier and faster. So for your intraoperative cholangiogram, maybe you can try using Foley catheter instead of feeding tubes. We hope you enjoyed our videos and learned something new today. You should try it. If you have a different way of doing your intraoperative cholangiogram, you can also place it down below sa comment section. Let's have a discussion. So this ends my video today. Thank you for watching.